Welcome into News Talk. We've got Matt McKernan here with the K-State Research and Extension. I'm kind of excited about this because spider mites, I guess they're prolific, you called them.
They are. They're a very common garden insect and they feed on a wide variety of plants. They're very common on vegetables, shrubs, flowers, sometimes trees, but typically just about any plant can be subject to their feeding patterns.
And they suck the life out of your plants.
They do.
Literally.
They have a long piercing mouth part, kind of like a needle that they insert into the leaf, often from the bottom side, and they suck out the plant juices and cause the cells to collapse. And so typically what we see as a result is the leaves basically kind of turn white speckling. We call that stippling, where essentially the spider mites have sucked the juices out of the plant.
Yeah.
And that's an easy way to identify their damage kind of from a distance.
Okay, and this is not that. So
Yes.
we're seeing a lot of this in gardens too, but you're saying...
Yeah, this is typically more environmental stress or drought related damage. And you can see the difference here. Typically this browning is happening on the edges of the leaf and it starts in between the vein. Whereas spider mite damage is going to be across the entire leaf and typically going to be more white spot in appearance rather than browning.
And they're hiding under the leaves, you said.
Yes, they're so tiny they're easily knocked off, and so they typically hide under the leaf, or in some cases like these tomatoes here, they're on the top side of the leaf where the leaf is curled up and protecting them from the weather and other insects.
But they're hard to see.
They are. So really a great way to test for spider mites, if you'll be my plant here for a second,
Yes, absolutely.
is to take a blank white sheet of paper, put it on a clipboard or a book if you have one, and then just really shake those leaves vigorously while they're on the plant above that white sheet of paper.
Oh, you know what?
What you're going to see is these kind of salt and pepper looking specks that start to form on the paper, and if you wait long enough, these specks will start to crawl across the paper and move.
It's really hard to see them, but they're there for sure.
They are.
And they look just like maybe they might be some dry part of the plant, but they're not.
Another thing you can do is rub your hand across the paper, and those spider mites are typically going to smear or smudge.
Oh, look
so
at
if
that.
you can't tell, you can kind of look at that streaking
And one's
as well.
on the move.
Exactly.
Okay, so what else? How do you treat this? What do you do?
So if you have this, the easiest thing to do is spray the entire plant 1 to 2 times a week with a strong stream of water. You really want to focus on spraying the leaves, especially the bottom sides of the leaves, and that strong water pressure is just going to knock those spider mites off and kill them so that they don't continue to damage the plant.
And you have to do this repeatedly?
Typically, yes. Ideally, you want to do it at least every 3 to 4 days. With water restrictions, if you can at least hit it once a week, you're going to significantly reduce those populations and get the spider mites as they continue to hatch.
So they don't suck the life out of your beautiful plants. And it happens in flowers and veggies and
shrubs,
all around.
Yep.
Okay, Matt, thank you so much. We love learning from you.
Of course.
We'll be right back.